Welcome into Jordan High School for the 3A Girls Soccer Semifinal. Coming to you live here on KSLSports.com. Our first semifinal of the evening. The top-seeded Real Salt Lake Academy Griffins taking on the fifth-seeded Manti Templars. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. We've got a great semifinal to kick off our 3A action today here from Jordan. We'll start with the fifth-seeded Manti Templars, the Region 14 champs, coming in 13-5 overall. They were 5-3 in region play. Had wins this year over Payson, over Cypress, upper classification teams they got victories on. And they're looking to create a bit of a stir here in the semifinal. It's been a group that has been really strong in the playoffs. The fifth seed had a first-round bye. They took on Judge Memorial in the second round, shut out the Bulldogs 2-0, and then upended the Carbon Dinos, much to the dismay of Dusty Lister, 3-0 for the Templars in that one. They've not conceded a goal yet. The offense has been good, and we'll see if they can maintain that here today. Coming in, we talk about taking on the top-seeded Griffins. Real Salt Lake wearing the blue kits here in this semifinal, and, well, they have been spectacular this year. 14-3 overall, 8-0 in Region 15 play. It's a group that has been phenomenal in terms of offense and defense. They've scored a ton of goals and have not given up much. Pretty good recipe, and we'll see if they can maintain it here today for Real Salt Lake. They had a first-round bye as well, being the top seed. Took on North Sanpete in the second round. Decisive outcome there, as well as in the quarters in the victory over Delta. And already early on, into the box, and it's an early goal for Real Salt Lake. Just like that, the Griffins strike. And it's Summer Long, the freshman, getting around the edge there, able to take it all the way and score it. And it is 1-0 in the opening minute. Wow. For people who say there isn't enough scoring in soccer, nay. Just 18 seconds in, Summer Long with the run around the defense, gets one-on-one. Able to cap it off. We said there's a group that has scored a lot of goals. And when you've got bursts like that, it is no wonder. Been one of the top defenses in 3A this year, has RSL. And now we'll see what pushback Manti has, as that's the first goal Manti has given up. It's a good note for RSL. We talk about they're 14-3 on the season. Those three losses, they were shut out in each of them, meaning if they score, they win, and they score here early. They are looking to attack here once again. This on the far side. Oh, right through the keep and just wide. Boy, maybe fortunate there for Real Salt Lake, as that was Keeley Webb, the junior, with the long strike. We will head to the corner here with the Griffins. Blanchard, Scott, and Long, the top scorers for the Griffins this season. Now Long officially the leading scorer. They each had 13 goals coming into the semifinal. Long now with 14. As that ball in the box, being kind of withdrawn here by Webb. She'll play out. Service again. Boy, Long was unmarked. Able to get back on it here. Some are trying to play around this Templar defense. Has help coming. RSL staying on the possession here. Kicked back. This is Case, the senior. Good pressure by this Manti D. Some of those Templar numbers, a little difficult to read. We'll ask for your patience. We'll do our best. We're sitting on kind of the far side and dealing with old eyes, as I learned this week. So our apologies. RSL back on it. Play to the back line with Jensen, trying to play up. That deflected down by Olsen. Ashland trying to get there. Brooklyn. And it will be a throw-in here for the Griffins. Leading goal scorers for Manti coming into this one on the year has been Morgan Chittister and Olivia Osborne, as that one into the box gathered there by Wathen. She's got the start today. The senior Brindley's had a fantastic year, 7 shutouts on the season for the Manti Templars. Meanwhile, starting keep today for Real Salt Lake is the junior Isabel Smith. Winner advances to the 3A state final. That game being played at Zions Bank Stadium on Saturday. As you see the closeout there, and RSL trying to deal again with some of this Manti pressure. Goal scored in the first 20 seconds by Summer Long. That's our difference. Sent up. Long. On the possession, playing ahead. This play onside. Here comes RSL again. Scott with the shot, and that deflected and then gathered there by Wathen. Boy, a big play there for the senior to keep this a 1-0 contest, as it looked like Natalie Scott had a chance at 14 for her this season. And early on, you can see Wathen, she's going to have to be on it. Manti playing ahead. That was from Chittiser, was looking up there for Osborne. And RSL able to take that out. You see the clock on your score. That is the unofficial clock. Official time being kept on the scoreboard here. At times you'll see us start it early, start it late, that sort of a thing to try to true it up, as once again here comes a run from Scott. Scott looking to that far side, and that was a couple yards long in front of Webb and wide of the post. We'll have a kick here from Wathen. Boy, good intensity here early on from RSL. This Manti group won the 2019 state championship in 3A. RSL still looking for old numero uno. Good contest there by Olsen. Battle there, RSL able to come away with it. Tried to play that ahead for Webb. It was long and out of play. Manti will have the throw in. Back with the defense. Gomez trying to play ahead. That is into the teeth of this Manti D. Here's Blanchard. This one down into the corner. Blanchard couldn't play it out, and Manti coming away, but the clear goes right to Case. Maya looking up. Long. Could not get a shot away. RSL still with it. Nice ball. Shot there from 25, deflected. As here's Wynn. Dropping it back. Jensen playing up. Looking ahead there for Long. Headed out of harm's, well, disrupting the play, we'll say, is Madison Scottern with a nice play there, the senior Templar. Here's Wynn. Trying to play ahead. Madison there once again for Manti. Taken away on the pressure there by Scott. And now it's Wathen to gather. This is the first of 2 semifinals today. Our second semi, Juan Diego and Ogden. That game will take place right here, 7 o'clock. You can watch it live on KSLSports.com. Manti trying to settle it down here. Olsen trying to work around Gomez. Cleared away there by that Griffin D. Here's Long. Try to play that over. Disrupted there. I think that was Hattie Stubbs. This ball ahead. Here's Scott again in the box. Scott has the wide shot and just wide of the post. Another good look there for the senior Natalie Scott. Pushes it just wide. Substitution. Manti is going to make a bit of a shift here with the sub. I think Kaylee Perry has come on as Megan Clough will catch a breather. Trying to work through traffic. Played ahead for long, but this is too long. Brindley. That headed up. RSL in retreat mode. Manti trying to create here. Centering into the box. Boy, that ball loose and sent over the crossbar. A good look as Smith had come out to try to play the ball and left the net open, and Manti misses an early opportunity to tie it up. RSL will throw in. Boy, if you're the Manti Templars, you have to feel like that last play lets you know you can find opportunities in this match against the top-seeded Griffins. Scott's pass deflected. Manti trying to come away with it. This is Salam Vinegar. Drops it back. Blanchard tried to play that ahead. Went through to the Manti back line. Cleared out there by Jensen. Here's Scott. Has a run from long. Scott trying to play around. That ball will roll out. RSL here to throw in. Into the box, long. Couldn't get a shot as Manti able to play that ball up and out. This is Perry. Here's the captain, Osborne. Looking ahead. Olsen, this ball 5 yards in front of hers, is escorted all the way back to Smith. At midfield, Webb. That pass deflected by Mayfield. Manti now with the throw in, and boy, Brooklyn Olsen, the sophomore, looked a little, almost like there was a little gimp in the step after that play, and still maybe favoring maybe her right ankle. Hard to tell. As RSL not waiting. Here's Long with the long shot over the crossbar high. Squared up from 30. That ball just sails off the foot of Summer. Not a bad look. Wathen able to read it well. Good closeout there by Gomez, another freshman on this RSL squad. Played up, Webb. Long plays that wide as Scott will come back. Natalie. Around one defender. Trying to get that over with Webb. That ball a little long. Here's Wynn. And that one given up. Manti. Little 3-on-4. That deflected. Chittister with a long look off the bounce. Isabel confidently gathers. Feels like Manti starting to settle in with this game a little bit. Perry trying to work through the team advantage there. Manti still on it. Broken up by Vinegar and sent up. Olsen plays it up into the box. Chance to center. Oh, nice job hitting the brakes. That deflected and gathered there by Isabel Smith. Contact there in the box, and we're going to have our first booking of the game here. That given to Osborne. Back underway. Again, Olivia Osborne there. Carded in our 15th minute. Good closeout there by Blanchard. Manti still with it. Out of the air, Nielsen. Trying to challenge RSL. That ball finding its way right back to Sadie. That ball a little long. Manti here with the throw in. In case you're wondering, sidelines, we're playing the gold lines here at Jordan High School, and we'll now get there was a pause there to see if Manti had a sub. I think there was confusion as to whether they did or not. That ball couldn't be kept in, and so RSL with the throw, and now RSL will make substitutions. A lot of new Griffins coming on. Kimberly Lopez, one of them. Trizity Chavez, another one. Lou Williams, the freshman, coming on, and I think Lily Overfelt, the fourth. RSL looking up the line there. Nice shield there by Lopez, looking to center off the bounce. Wathen with it. We talk about a group in RSL, 16 different goal scorers this year for the Griffins. Pretty phenomenal in their 17 games. And again, 3 of them in double figures. So a lot of offensive potency to this offense. Manti conceded the 1. RSL had another real prime opportunity. Another 2 good ones. But still just a 1-0 game. That ball deflected on the closeout there by RSL. And the Griffins with an opportunity here for a quick counter. That ball just sent long and wisely played out there by Nielsen. RSL on it quickly here, trying to take advantage. Before that Manti D can get back. Here's Gomez dropping this with Blanchard. Blanchard, long ball ahead. Webb trying to get there. It'll be too long as Wathen will come and gather it. That ball was out, so Wathen here with the kick. As we approach the midway point of this first half. Little spin cycle there put on by Olsen. Here's Wynn. Emerson looking ahead here on a roller that Wathen scoops up. Webb back to the middle. Blanchard trying to work around the hard closeout there of Thompson. Here's Gomez looking to center through the middle for Lopez, given away. Lopez on it, the shot and the goal. 2-0. RSL is Kimberly Lopez, the senior, with a beautiful strike. Well, that was one they were trying to get it to her, and just staying with it, does a beautiful job of not giving up, keeping that pressure on, finds it at her feet. And one that Wathen, boy, that's a difficult shot to deny. Is Kimberly Lopez, her first of the match and 8th on the season for RSL.
Griffin goal was scored by Kimberly Lopez.
Now if you're Manti, boy, how much do you try to push? That one sent back wide here with Webb. Is too far beyond her. Got to try to keep this at least a 2-goal game at the break. So you don't want to really give anything up on that back end. We've seen Manti be stronger on possession through the midfield this last 10 minutes or so. Really still haven't had many shots on goal at this point. Maybe 2. Gonna have to try to find a way to create some offense as the whistle here at midfield. They'll actually pull it back. Be a kick here for the Templars. Region 14, I'll tell you what, that was a battle this year. Talk about Manti being region champs out of that region. Union, Juab, all 3 finished 5-3. Fantastic years for those 3 programs. Had a coach tell me that's the 3A right there. There's no Chick-fil-A's in any of those towns, I'll tell you what. As this one sent ahead. Webb, tried to go to the backside there, and that rolling through and out. And Wathen will put this in play as a substitution here for RSL. Abby Dunn coming on for the Academy.
And for Real Salt Lake, replacing number 19, Keely Webb.
This one sent back, gathered by Wathen. High bounce, of course, the foul there in the middle. Of course, classifications put together with enrollments, and so obviously you get smaller schools in urban settings and smaller schools in rural settings, and 3A's where that seems to meet the most frequently is off the hop gathered there by Isabel. That's a high bounce. RSL coming away with it. Manti thought they had a chance to settle it. There were some clamors for a handball there. But our center all over that one. Played wide here. Chavez turning inside into the box. That challenged, still loose, and finally sent out. Boy, that ball finds its way through. And look at Wathen come out. Good decision there by the senior Brindley Wathen. That's one where that ball was kind of dangling in prime shooting areas multiple times over the course of a minute or so. And Brindley just deciding, hey, we've had about enough of this. Gathering and clearing. Of course, the foul here in the middle will give the kick to RSL. Just across midfield. Here's Blanchard trying to find a shooting lane, and that is shot wide. Not a bad look there for Emily as we'll get more substitutions here for the Academy. Natalie Scott, Maya Case, and Summer Long all coming back on here for Coach Sly Yates.
Griffins substitutions. Number 20, Natalie Scott. 21, Maya Case. And 24, Summer Long.
This ball sent ahead, wide, too far, out of play. RSL the throw in. Tracked well that time by Scotter. Madison has been strong today for this Manti defense. Good challenge there by Lopez. Trying to center. Blanchard able to stay with it, just wide by a couple yards. Got official stoppage here, but we were just a little behind, so we're just going to let this match up with our clock. There we go. So we've got an injury here on the far side. Appears to be Lopez, a little slow to get up, and RSL looking to make a substitution for her. Good to see she appears to be okay. And it will be Keely Webb coming on here. Of course, want to remind you, you can catch all state championships right here on KSLSports.com, the home of postseason championships for just about every sport you can imagine. We'll have semifinals, championships for you right here on KSLSports.com. Of course, our football playoffs here in the state of Utah start tomorrow. Volleyball championships creeping up. This ball chipped ahead. Tracked down by Overfelt. Lily trying to stay with it. Good pressure. This ball kind of sneaks its way past Keely Webb. Now with that defense. And Manti sending it up. What a roller there, broken up through the middle. Trying to work that far side. Mayfield just couldn't quite. Oh, actually say deflected. Boy, Manti looked like they were planning on not having that throw in, but the linesman, they're saying it was deflected, and so it will be a Templar throw. Make a substitution while they have the opportunity. Will the Templars? I think it's Stubbs coming back on here.
Returning to the game for Manti, number 23, Patty Stubbs.
Another throw in here for Manti. Our apology there. We missed the score on our graphic. It is 2-0. Second goal coming in the 20th minute. RSL sending the ball ahead. Deflected. Boy, look at Wathen come out. This chipped over, just misses. Natalie Scott, she has had really 3 great opportunities. We talk about Wathen having to be aggressive in this match. Came out, 20 yards to try to play that, and Scott just missed, chipping it over her and into the net. Long. Still on it. Summer. Trying to cross it. As that ball trickles through. Kept in. No. Out. Could not be kept in. Perry trying to battle on that far line for this Manti defense. I think this is Abby Dunn looking to center. One-timer punched high. And then the follow is in. RSL making it 3-0. And finally, Natalie Scott able to find the back of the net. Boy, Wathen makes the nice kind of punch save. And Scott, there's an old adage in hockey, just go to the net, good things happen, and kind of that mentality. Know it's going to be a difficult save for Wathen to really clean up. Makes a great play, but that ball still left And able to be jumped on by the senior Natalie Scott. Number 14 on the year for Natalie. She had it there. Tried to center. Is deflected out by Manti. We'll head to the corner here with the Griffins. And a 3-0 lead. That headed up and wide. Substitution here for RSL. Vinegar coming back on, as will Aerith Gomez. We talked about this RSL offense. In the second round, they scored 8 goals against North St. Pete, 6 in the quarterfinal. They've got 3 here in the first half of the semi. This shot, Wathen able to collect. In the middle, Vinegar playing wide. Oh, nice stretch there to keep that in. It was Maya Case. Long, right on the line, that ball staying in. Summer to the middle. Summer deflected. Boy, that's one that looked like Sadie Nielsen was still kind of feeling. And that was not Sadie. That was actually Scotter, my apologies, 27, not 21. Boy, nice job winning that in the middle by Osborne. Olsen won't be able to get there. Last touch by RSL. And the Templars will have the throw-in. Substitution for Manti, as Brooklyn Olsen will come off. And Rachel Tanner coming on. The throw-in for Rachel, coming back to the thrower, that being Nielsen. That ball rolling through. Manti to throw. That's one where Chittister just runs out of space. Tried to play that wide, but is well defended there by RSL as they were using that sideline really as an accompanying defender. Vinegar coming off here for RSL as Emerson Wynn comes back on. And we've got whistles here as there's a Templar down. Boy, that's Hattie Stubbs. They'll stop it. Here's a come and take a look at their junior. We'll step aside, be back. You're watching the 3A semifinal live on KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front, SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
Welcome back. Stubbs working her way over to the table. And we'll continue to take a look at her. It was difficult for her to put a lot of weight on that right leg. I did not have a good look at what happened, but we certainly hope that she'll be okay, as Manti will put this in play as they'll continue to look at Hattie. We'll keep you updated if we see or hear anything. This ball being finally settled there for RSL. Good pressure there by Manti, trying to win it back, and they get it. Sent ahead, nobody there for the Templars, as it will roll through, gathered there by Smith. In our 35th minute in this first 3A semi, 3-0, 3 different goal scorers for the Griffins. That ball sent up ahead of Summer Long. Long with the first goal and the game differential goal, I guess you could say. Lopez and Scott also with first half goals, as the foul here called at midfield. That ball put in play, but didn't get under enough to get the lift and the distance they wanted. An RSL here with a quick counter. Here's Scott into the box. Scott trying to look for reinforcements. That ball given back and just wide, as Abby Dunn was there in support. They were able to. Manti tried to clear it. It went right to the senior, and Dunn just misses this wide. Substitution here for Manti, as I believe Sadie Nielsen will come off. Ella Mayfield, the sophomore, coming on for the Templars.
Number 22, Ella Mayfield. For the Griffins.
Also a substitution here for RSL, as Trinity Chavez coming back on. Abby Dunn coming off. Here's Long. Well, you could see Scott was just kind of waiting for that ball to come ahead. She was getting ready to try to create a run there, or start a run, I should say. Hard to get the timing down on that one. Manti here with a quick response. think that's Robinson on that far side. I know that was Perry. And now she's going to be whistled here. So RSL will have the kick. Final minutes of our first half. And it will be Isabel Smith here to put this in play. RSL settling it. Here's Webb. Looking ahead. Wathen coming up. Gathers at the top of the box. That ball kept in. Long. Working around. Up the line. Here comes Summer. Summer to the middle. Long. This kick. Couldn't get it on frame. They say deflected. We'll have a corner here for RSL. And it will be Chavez heading out to put this in play. From the corner. Into the box, just over Long's head, but it is in the back of the net on the follow there from Keely Webb. Goal number 1 today for Keely. Her 4th of the year, and it is 4-0 Griffins. Boy, that ball looked like it was going to be an opportunity for the freshman Summer Long. She couldn't rise to get her head on it, and Keely Webb just kind of sneakily waiting for that one to drop to her. One touch, back of the net, 4-0. Manti, that ball lifted, and boy, the flag up here. Play deemed offside. So Smith here will put this in play. As we're inside of our final minute. Manti, can they try to get some positive momentum here to head to the break? Looking up, but that ball going to be long. Unable to be tracked down there on the run there from Rachel Tanner. 20 seconds left here in the half.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Countdown on here of this first half. It was a good half for the RSL Academy Griffins. They take a 4-0 lead at the break. 4 different goal scorers, Long, Lopez, Scott, and Webb. The difference in the first half as it is 4-0. RSL leading Manti in the 3A semifinal. You're watching it live on KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Welcome back here to Jordan High School. Start of the second half of our 3A semifinal. 40 minutes in the books, 4 goals for the Griffins. A first half that was pretty one-sided. Pretty remarkable. You had a goal in the first minute, 20th, 30th, and 39th minutes of play. Manti had a good look or two. Certainly not at the same amount as RSL. And the scoreboard rather indicative of what we saw in the first 40. Our start of the second half, RSL will have the kickoff with the lead. And boy, if you're Manti, hard to come back from this type of a deficit. That's probably Captain Obvious there. We'll see what the Templars try to do here in half number 2. We mentioned an RSL program that trying to capitalize on what could be best season in program history. It's a program that scored 85 goals coming into tonight. They're now sitting at 89. That deflected. Manti able to get it away momentarily as RSL right back with the pressure. As that sent ahead. Manti trying to work it up here. Taken back by Overfelt. Here's Blanchard. Looking up. That deflected. Looking up through the middle. That taken away. Chittister trying to run that down. Was just a yard long. Good physical challenge there by Manti, able to win it momentarily before RSL back with the possession. Here's Webb. Giving that with Blanchard. Pressure there by Mayfield. And the throw in here to RSL. We'll do this again. Dropped back with Jensen. She'll try the other side. Here's Scott. That broken up, but Overfelt with it in the midfield. Looking up. Taken away by Scott. Blanchard. Trying to come back to the middle there. Taken away by Elsie Olsen, the senior, there for Manti. And the whistle here will give the kick to Manti. In play from Bridge, looking up for Olsen. Olsen trying to work that far line. Last touch there by the sophomore. What a hard bump there. And a quick discussion being had here by our center. Had a yellow in the first half. Other than that, been a pretty well played and pretty clean contest. Here's Long. Trying to center. That ball sneaks through on the angle. Shot here. Oh, and that one went in. I thought it was going to be wide, but no, it creeps inside the goalpost, and it's 5-0 Griffins. Boy, I think that goal might have been scored by Emerson Wynn. Dan, 14. Boy, the way that ball came off the foot of Wynn, I did not think that was going to be directionally right for a goal. Everyone on the field kind of looked like that was going wide. I thought it was going wide, but Emerson, nay. With goal number 5 of the season, and makes it 5-0. Want to remind you, we got one more semifinal coming up for you this evening, as the 6th-seeded Ogden Tigers taking on the 7th-seeded Juan Diego Soaring Eagle. Ogden, your defending state champions. And quite a run here for the Tigers, as I think championships in 3 of the last 4 years. It's been multi-classifications. Been a strong program for quite a while, and we'll get to see them next. This ball sent over the top as Scott, that ball a good 5 yards out in front of Natalie. Will allow Wathen to send this up. And the whistle here on the challenge at midfield. We talk about some of the wins that Manti has booked this year. How about some of the wins for RSL? Defeated Timpanogos. That was one of the top seeds in the 5A classification. Now, they lost in the semifinal, but that has been a really good Timpanogos team, as that one put on frame and a crafty save being made by Smith. And it will be a Manti corner here. Best look of the day there for the Templars. RSL wins over Timpanogos East and Juan Diego. They did lose to Ogden, so they've played both of the other semifinals, or semifinalists, in this 3A classification. This corner sent in, headed out immediately. We'll do it again. Manti looking for their first goal of the match. You can see that sun right in the eyes of a lot of those RSL defenders, including Smith. Into the box, and that one deflected and cleared. As it will roll through, Manti here will throw in. Given up to Thompson. Looking wide here with Olsen. Gomez had that played out. Last touch by Manti. High hop. Manti trying to get there defensively as this played over and just couldn't be kept in there. Keeley Webb, the nearest Griffin. And Brindley here will have the kick. We'll have substitutions first as Lou Williams coming on for RSL, as will Kimberly Lopez.
For the Griffins, number 17, Kimberly Lopez, and number 36, Lou Williams.
That one given up immediately and then sent wide off the foot there of Lopez. I'll say that was deflected, actually. My apologies. But that kick went right to Lopez, and she was quick to recognize it, try to get that back on frame. Helps to win the corner here. Blanchard with the shot off the post. This ball sent up. RSL looking ahead for Keeley Webb. She got a foot on it, but couldn't possess it as this will run out. And yeah, the whistle there as Chester got upended. You know, for those curious, I've got Vince with me tonight, running camera. He and I don't agree on a lot, but tonight we're unified, and it feels good. This happens like once a year, maybe twice. But anyway, I just got the nod from Vince, so that's when we know we're all good. Usually he and I are just fighting the whole time. It's really awkward. RSL sending ahead. And that went off the foot of Scott as it will trickle out. Here's Wynn, the latest goal scorer. As they say, she was the last to touch there. Manti to throw in. That ball rolls through. Chittister with it. Tried to work around the defense of Jensen, but Elena did a nice job maintaining her ground. Was able to get it back momentarily. Now trying to work through a bunch of Manti pressure. The duo there of Webb and Blanchard. Here's Lopez. Tried to send it up. Play on here as Webb had that one get deflected. Here's Olsen and Webb there to play it out. Last touch there by Blanchard. And the foul there in the air. This will be Bridge to put this in play for Manti. Look into the middle. That ball's into a pack and then cleared away there by Overfelt. Played up here with Olsen. Brooklyn looking to center. That headed just wide and couldn't get on frame. Boy, it was a good opportunity there for Sadie Nielsen. And I couldn't tell if that was Lou Williams. Couldn't tell if she got a piece of it or not to kind of slow it up and allow Isabel Smith to come in and gather it. But RSL able to keep that out of the back of the net. The defense stands tall, and now the offense looking for a little bit more. Quick burst here from Webb. Try to come to the middle. A few Manti defenders there to slow things up. And the foul there on the trip. Put in play from their own end. Should have started trying to get possession of that. Instead, it's Overfelt able to send ahead. RSL throwing in quickly. Long throw in. Lopez trying to get there. Meanwhile, Madison will just play that out. Allow the defense here for Manti to get set. Substitutions on both sides. As for RSL, Maya Case, Abby Dunn, and Tricity Chavez coming on. Meanwhile, we see Kaylee Perry coming back on here for Manti.
Now the game for Manti. Number 30.
RSL. Been impressive. They try to keep the offensive intensity up here. Couldn't find a shooting lane. Perry trying to clear that off the side of the foot, and this is sent high and long out of play. Apparently I was a little quick. I said Chavez came onto that last whistle. They'll bring Tricity on here. Ball being sent back and forth. Looking across, that broken up. Olsen has that played out by the Griffins. Sent ahead. Perry trying to get in there. Instead, it's the defensive Case able to disrupt. A handball there, the call. Osborne tried to, after that you could see kind of keeping those arms tucked in like, wasn't me. Our center, who's been consistent tonight, been a really good game from this crew. on that one. We'll bring it back on the handball call. Approaching the midway point here in our second half, 5-0. The Griffins. Been all RSL tonight. RSL back on it. Here's Blanchard. Pesky defense there by Olsen will draw the whistle. Or maybe justify the whistle. This will be Case from just shy of 45 yards out. Looking to get that on net. And Wathen off the bounce. That ball couldn't be kept in. Valiant effort there by Jensen as Olsen was bearing down. Olsen here receiving the throw in. Trying to play to the middle. Perry, that shot gathered by Isabel. And that out of play. We'll have substitution here for Manti. As Olsen will come off. Rachel Tanner back on here for the Templars. She's been battling something on that right leg. I've kind of been guessing ankle. But again, she moves to the bench and they continue to try to look at her. Big burst here from Blanchard. Looking to center, and that ball just through. Trinity Chavez was the one making the run through the middle. As this deflected out, RSL with the far side throw-in. Thrown in for Williams, given back, and this angled out. Want to remind you the 3A state final set for Saturday, 5 p.m. at Zions Bank Stadium. You can tune in right here on KSLSports.com. Of course, we'll also have the 6A and 5A finals tomorrow. As our girls' fall soccer season wraps up this week. Last touch there by Manti. Thrown in for Lopez. Back with Blanchard. And we're going to get a card being given here. Oh, I thought she was reaching. My bad. Put in play on net. Oh, nice job there by Wathen. Tracked it well. Far side. And that played out there by Megan Clough. A call there on Manti. RSL will have the kick 31 yards out. think this is Emerson Wynn who will take it. Chipped into the box. Look at the center and just over the crossbar on the take there by Gomez. It was a nice setup by Lopez from Wynn. But that one just chipped high. Substitution for Manti. Eileen Jimenez Calderon coming on. I think the first time we've called her name tonight. This ball trying to be centered, deflected, and out. There, last touch by Manti. We'll head to the corner here with the Griffins. 15 minutes away from RSL advancing to the state final. As a roller shy of the post. And we'll get a kick here from Brinley Wathen. Meanwhile, for Manti, last year, the 5 seed in the 3A state tournament, they lost to RSL in the quarters. And having a similar outcome in this year's semi, but good for Manti to get back to the semifinal. We mentioned 2019 state champions. So difficult, as we saw in 6A this week, to advance in soccer playoffs. And boy, a booking here coming in the 26th, as Perry was in full retreat mode trying to get back defensively. And our center quick with the whistle on that one. I should say quick, just on top of that one. Off the bounce, kept out there by Wathen. Boy, RSL has just been so strong with possession. It just have not allowed many opportunities for Manti. They've probably had good 65% of possession here this afternoon. Played ahead, but too far for Chavez. Manti here to throw in. Cleared back up. Griffins. That one was just a touch long. RSL back with it. Chavez gives it over with Lopez. Working back with Trizity. To the middle. Blanchard. That roller deflected and then sent wide and out. Thanks to the defense there of Madison Scottern once again. Massive substitutions here for RSL. We won't be able to go through all of them, as they bring off a lot of key contributors and starters, recognizing this game well in hand for the Griffins to advance. That ball into the box. Boy, they started as the sub was still working her way off. That was Lopez, who had the pink jersey, and she was kind of working her way out of play, and that ball nearly went right to her. She kind of had to skedaddle quickly. As this will roll through, Manti here will have the throw. A whistle here coming on the challenge. As we're approaching our 70th minute. You can kind of see after that ball left the foot of Mayfield, she kind of threw her arms like, my bad. It's been that kind of a afternoon for Manti. Just talk about tough to find their rhythm. Had a good opportunity early that was missed. RSL capitalized as that first half went on. And just difficult for Manti to be able to have that response here in this semifinal. A battle there. Last touch by the Templars. Again, RSL here to throw in. Looking up the line. Boy, tenacity here by Gomez. She just won't give up on the play. Finally won back there by Calderon. As she'll play ahead. Manti trying to get a counter going. That ball sneaks its way through. Given back if Nielsen can catch up to this. And first to the ball there was Manti to play wide for RSL. Looking into the box. Nielsen playing back with Mayfield. Boy, Calderon had that one taken away on the challenge by Chavez. Chavez has done with her. Got to keep that onside. Chavez, boy, was still fighting through traffic with that. Now it's Gomez, a roller that Wathen able to take care of. Win. Try to play that up. Manti to play it out. Chittister playing over with Olsen, chipping up. Walker. Couple of challenges there by Olsen, able to help get that back for Manti. Playing one ahead here for Nielsen. Sadie, a roller that Smith will take care of. Visser try to get that up with Dunn. Here's Chittister. Manti could get some numbers if they can push this ahead quickly. Looking for a chance to center. That ball was just shy of the post. It will roll out, and we'll have a kick here for Isabel Smith. Substitution for Manti. As Sadie Nilsson will come off here. And Olivia Osborne coming on for the Templars. That ball just poked away. But RSL back with it. Here's Webb. That clear finds its way right to Keeley. Webb sets up that little outside, now turning inside. Webb, the shot. And gathered there by Wathen. Manti will throw in again. RSL, big run, Chavez turning inside, that deflected and cleared. Win, able to retreat there defensively to win that back. As we complete 75 minutes played in this semifinal, RSL will bring Overfelt back on here. Substitutions will stop the clock at the center's discretion.
In for the Griffins, number 34, Lily Overfelt.
So Overfelt back on. Walker playing into the box. Headed up. The whistle there as you see Osborne there trying to really shield away the Griffin, the center, having a quick conversation there. Overfelt to put this in play. Oh, nice little chip. Just a few yards in front of Visser will allow Wathen to gather it. Calderon trying to stay with this, despite the pressure there from the academy. Boy, that's one that there's a little bit of buildup on that one. And the yellow here being shown to Manti, it kind of started as they were both going for that ball. And you kind of saw both players, that physical escalation there in the center coming there to make the call. It's a booking here to Olsen. Visser will take this kick. And a single hop before Wathen will collect. Up through the middle. Manti sends the ball ahead and escorted back. To Smith. Substitutions here again for RSL. Manti also will make a late sub. As we approach the final 2 minutes in this semi and in Manti's season. This ball sent up. Visser. Nope. Flag up. Play deemed offside. Mentioned region champs in Region 14. As foul there on the tackle. Back to the semifinal are the Templars. They go down 1-0 just 18 seconds into the match. Had an opportunity a couple minutes later. Didn't convert on it. And then RSL really put the pedal to the metal in creating the separation. But nonetheless, another great season for the Templars. Coach Bridges, such a great job, so well respected by his peers in the coaching community. He's just sent into the box. Trying to get the clear. Manti still on it. Calderon tries to chip that up. And now RSL just looking to escape it out, and they will finally get the clear. But, man, a great job. And Chichester with 11 goals, Osborne 10. It was a region that had really good defenses throughout the region. There was just one team that gave up more than 16 goals through region play, and that's an 8-game region schedule. So it's a region where it was a battle. But their state tournament will come to a close here tonight as Real Salt Lake scores early, then often as they advance to the state final. RSL 5-0, the victors over Manti. Book it. The Academy heading to the state championship on Saturday at 5 o'clock at Zions Bank Stadium. You can catch that game right here on KSLSports.com. A great season for Manti, but just too much offensive explosion for the Griffins as they get the 5-0 win. Want to remind you, we got one more semifinal coming up for you here tonight from Jordan High School. It will be Juan Diego and Ogden, the winner of that, to take on RSL in a couple of days. You can catch that game, 7 o'clock, right here on KSLSports.com. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Congratulations to RSL as they advance to the state final, 5-0, the victory over Manti.